My name's Alex. I'm 23 now, living in a small apartment in Denver, Colorado, the kind with thin walls and a view of a parking lot instead of mountains. But back when this all started, I was 21, still crashing at my mom's house in suburban Michigan after dropping out of community college during the pandemic. Life wasn't great, but it was stable, or so I thought. My mom married Ron when I was 10. He wasn't a bad guy at first. Coached my little league team, fixed the leaky faucet without complaining, even helped me with homework when Mom was working double shifts as a nurse. He had a steady job at an auto parts warehouse, and we lived in a modest split-level house with a backyard big enough for barbecues. Ron liked to gamble a little. Scratch-offs, the occasional trip to the casino in Detroit for guys' night. Mom would roll her eyes but laugh it off. "Boys will be boys," she'd say. I never saw the signs, the late nights he claimed were overtime, the arguments I overheard about just one more hand, the way our savings account dipped lower every year. By the time I was 20, Ron had lost his job. Layoffs, he said, but he always had cash for beer or a new fishing rod. Mom picked up extra hours, and I worked part-time at a coffee shop, contributing what I could for rent and groceries. Ron called it pulling your weight. It hit me like a truck in early 2024. I was applying for a car loan, nothing fancy, just something reliable to get to a better job. The dealer ran my credit and came back shaking his head. "Son, your score's in the low 500s, over 200 points below average for your age. Multiple maxed out cards, late payments, collections." I stared at the printout. 5 credit cards I didn't recognize, totaling almost $35,000 in debt. Charges for online casinos, cash advances, hotel stays in Vegas. My stomach dropped. I drove home in a daze, the February wind whipping snow across the windshield. The house smelled like burnt toast when I walked in, Ron watching sports in the living room, feet up on the coffee table we'd bought together. Mom was at work. "Ron," I said, voice shaking as I dropped the credit report on the table. "What the hell is this?" He glanced at it, face paling for a split second before going defensive. "What do you mean? Looks like you got yourself in trouble, kid." "These are in my name, my social security, addresses linked to this house. You opened them, didn't you?" He stood up slow, towering over me like he used to when I was a kid. "Watch your tone. I don't know what you're accusing me of." But I saw it, the flicker of guilt. I pressed. "The charges, casinos, DraftKings, FanDuel transfers, cash apps to places in Nevada. This is your gambling, Ron. You stole my identity." He exploded then. "You ungrateful little shit. After everything I've done for you, put a roof over your head, food in your mouth?" "You spit on me," I said later, but in the moment, that's exactly what happened. He got in my face, yelling about how I was lazy, how I owed him for raising me. When I wouldn't back down, he hawked and spit, right on my shoe, some landing on my jeans. I shoved him away, grabbed my keys and left. Spent the night in my car, heater blasting, crying like a damn baby. The next day I told Mom. She cried too, but defended him. "He's got a problem, Alex, addiction. He didn't mean to hurt you. We can work this out as a family, pay it down slowly." "Family?" I laughed bitterly. "He assaulted me, stole from me. This isn't a problem, it's felony fraud." She begged me not to go to the police. "It'll ruin him. Jail time. We'll lose the house if collectors come after us." Flying monkeys came next. Ron's sister calling me selfish. My grandma saying blood is thicker than water. Even some cousins texted, "Forgive and forget. He's family." But I couldn't sleep. Every notification ping made my heart race, thinking it was another collection call. My credit was tanked. I couldn't rent an apartment, get a better job requiring a background check, nothing. The betrayal burned deeper than the debt. I froze my credit first. Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. Placed fraud alerts. Then, with shaking hands, I walked into the local police station, filed a report for identity theft and assault. The officer was kind, matter-of-fact. He said, "Happens more with family than strangers." Took my statements, the credit reports, even photos of the spit-stained jeans. Ron got served a week later. Mom called screaming, "How could you? He's facing charges." But the investigators moved fast, subpoenaed bank records, casino logs. Turns out Ron's addiction went back years. He'd maxed his own cards, then Mom's, then started on mine when I turned 18, and my social was easy access, old tax forms in the filing cabinet. The cards got removed from my report, one by one. Affidavits filed, FTC identity theft reports submitted. Creditors wrote off the debts as fraud, no liability on me. My score climbed slowly, back to the 700s within a year with a secured card and responsible use. Ron pleaded to reduce charges, felony identity theft, restitution ordered, though he'll never pay it all. Got probation, mandatory gambling addiction counseling, and banned from casinos in the state. Mom divorced him quietly, couldn't afford the house alone, sold it, moved in with her sister. I went no contact with Ron, limited with Mom. She still makes excuses sometimes, but we're rebuilding slowly. Therapy helped me process the anger, the guilt for betraying family. Turns out protecting yourself isn't betrayal, it's survival. Now, in 2026, I'm engaged to an amazing woman who knows my story and supports my boundaries. We bought a small condo last fall. My credit's solid, no cosigner needed. Ron? Last I heard, he's couch surfing, still chasing the next big win. If you're reading this and a family member, parent, step-parent, whoever has tanked your future for their addiction, know this: you're not the villain for stopping it. File the report, freeze everything, rebuild. The peace on the other side, worth every hard conversation. And if anyone's out there enabling a gambler, thinking just this once will fix it, stop. It never does. Hang up the wallet. Choose yourself.